Had a little bit of a double feature yesterday with some sneak preview screenings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some advanced screenings. Saw 2 movies yesterday.
So?
It was a weird... All right, let's talk about the news. No, I just wanted to talk about them real quick. I saw 2 movies. I saw Darren Aronofsky's new film, Mother, with an exclamation mark. It was like, Mother! There's Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem, Michelle Pfeiffer, Ed Harris. This is a weird movie, man. It's a weird fucking movie. Like, it's about... I didn't even watch any of the trailers or anything. I went in completely cold, not knowing anything. And the movie, Javier Bardem is a writer. Jennifer Lawrence is his wife, which right there is like a...
Ew.
Yeah, it's a weird age difference. But they
do
kind of
that?
address... It's kind of part of the story or whatever.
Yeah, it's very clever how it's part of the story. It's gross. That's gross.
Why is it gross?
Because he's far too old.
So?
It's gross.
Maybe they're in love.
They're not.
I saw the movie.
All right. Well, you tell me. Tell me about it.
It's gross. No, it's a really, really weird movie. I just, it's one of those movies, like, watching it, I thought about you going, Steven would hate this movie.
Why are people being...
Well, it's just one of the, it's one of those, the movie is frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're putting yourself in the place of the main character, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
And, like, just the shit she has. Basically, it's like they live in a house, and, like, this man shows up, and he starts staying with them, and then his wife shows up, and, like, it just keeps getting more and more, like, off-putting and strange and weird, and like, Jennifer Lawrence's character is having to put up with all this shit. And it just made me think of you would just get so angry for her, like, kind of thing. So I kind of want you to see the movie because I would love to see your reaction to it.
Like, I'm thinking about, like, would I honestly enjoy a movie where there's no conflict and everyone's just kind of just fine? The answer is yes.
You're the only person.
Yeah, like, everything works out every step of the way. Everybody's fine.
Because otherwise you're just in misery the entire 2 hours. So, Mother, I would give Mother a, I didn't write a review for it for anything, because it's not really our kind of wheelhouse on Heroic Hollywood, but I'd say I'd give it, like, maybe a 7 out of 10. It was good, but, like, it just wasn't, like, I was hoping for more.
7 out of 10 moms agree?
Yeah, 7 out of 10 mothers agree. Yeah, and it wasn't a bad movie. It was just, I was getting frustrated, and just, it was like all this stuff happening with very little, like, explanation of why is this stuff going on, and that sort of thing. But, like, I'm a fan of Darren Aronofsky's. I've loved most of his films. I didn't see Noah, but most of his other films I'm a big fan of, like Requiem for a Dream and The Fountain, and I love The Wrestler.
Yeah,
but this one was more of a letdown than those. I don't know. I want to see him return to form and some of the stuff he used to do with those movies, because I love those. But
what
anyway,
other movie did you see?
American Assassin, new movie.
Is that the one with Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton. He's not the main. He's not the star. He's supporting. Dylan O'Brien's the star. The kid from Maze Runner. He's like 26, but like, I even said that in my. I didn't even mean to do that, but I said that in my review too. Like, called him, like, quote unquote, that kid from the Maze Runner, and like, it's strange because seeing the trailer for the movie and, like, seeing this guy. I've only seen this guy in, like, I haven't seen any of his movies really, but, like, I know he's in the Maze Runner movies and Teen Wolf and stuff like that, and, like, he reads too young for, like, this kind of action hero stuff. But he actually surprised me. I thought he was pretty good in the movie. He just looks young. And, like, it was kind of hard to buy him as this character. But
how old was he supposed to be playing?
Supposed to be playing, like, 23-ish, I think. I mean, he's 26. Like, he's old enough to play the part as written. But, like, it just, like, as far as, like, this guy's supposed to be a badass, like, Black Ops, like, guy, like, killing,
is
like,
it like
terrorists
playing
and stuff like that.
Like, you're not going to buy me being, like, a badass, like...
Well, no, I wouldn't buy you being a badass. But no, like, it's just, he just seemed young for that. But honestly, he impressed me. He kind of made me look past that a little bit, which was, like, my initial hang up with the role. I mean, the movie's not great, but like I thought he was actually pretty good in it, and Michael Keaton's always great.
Yeah.
Like he was great, and he was a badass character as well. And he had some great moments in it. There's a little bit of humor in the movie and stuff like that. But yeah, it was enjoyable. It's like a political thriller. It's like a Tom Clancy type thing. It's based on a book series by an author named Vince Flynn, who passed away like a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 15 novels in this series, and this is just the prequel. Like it's not the first book that they released. It's like the 11th.
Dude, I don't even know how to write one novel.
Yeah. Well, you're not an author. I don't know how to do a lot of things, but I don't worry about it because I'm not trying to. But yeah, like it was okay. Like I ended up giving a 6.5 out of 10. Like those are definitely the stronger elements, like the two leads and stuff like that. But you know, it didn't do anything new really, like to bring anything new to the genre. And like some of the this is like some of the CG and stuff like that wasn't great. Near the end, it was like a big crazy finale that kind of felt out of place from the rest of the movie. But the one thing that bugged the hell out of me, they're doing like stakeouts, whatever. Not like stakeouts, but they're like blending into the public and trying to remain. Yeah, they're trying to remain inconspicuous and keeping eyes on a target and stuff like that. That classic spy thing. But instead of he's sitting there with this this beautiful girl that's supposed to pretend to be like his girlfriend or whatever in this scene, and like they're trying to like I get that like, you know, his girlfriend dies at the beginning of the movie. That's like the setup for why he wanted to start killing terrorists. Is like, you know, he proposes to his girlfriend on the beach, and all of a sudden these terrorists roll up in a boat and like jump out and just start shooting everybody and like mow his girlfriend down. All these people get shot, and like so that's why he decided to do this thing. But he's like with this beautiful girl who's also an agent, supposed to be his girlfriend or wife or whatever in this scenario, and instead of like pretending to be like, you know, in love or like like having lunch or whatever the hell they're supposed to doing, like to make themselves like inconspicuous, they're just staring. They're just sitting there like staring at the target and like talking about him openly and stuff like that. And it's just like, you guys they're supposed to be trained agents, like Black Ops, like CIA,
so it's not
special operatives.
any good.
It's fine. It's fine.
Just fine.
That part really bugged me though. Yeah, it's just fine. It could have been better, but yeah. It's like, you know, going for the whole like Tom Clancy, like Bourne Identity kind of tone and vibe and stuff like that. Didn't quite hit the mark. But Michael Keaton's awesome. So I recommend it on that note alone.
All right.